Hi, welcome back to this. This show is called Nuzlocke Vlogs. It's where I play through Pokemon games and talk about what's going on with my channel and my life. And what's going on with my channel is that I'm working on a video essay about Homestuck. Alright, you gotta talk. I walk towards Kurt's house and then I'm like, wait, no, I need to do the well first. And then, oh, and my eggs are hatching. Good. Oh, it's the Slugma first. Oh, I'm sorry, person who's gonna end up having a Slugma named after you, because Slugma sucks. Sunbirth, this is a comment on my other homes. Well, I've made like three. Uh, the fact that I never put the connection between the two rooftop battles together, finally saving a version of his brother worth saving. Thank you, mate. That is a good way to describe Collide and the end of Dave's character arc. That is a good comic, Sunbirth. Unfortunately, you have a terrible Pokemon I'm not even going to use named after you. Especially because I've got a Cyndaquil. I've already got a good fire type. I do not need a Slugma. But anyway, I'm working on a very long video essay about the Homestuck epilogues. I'm going to let this one be as long as it needs to be. Presumably very, very long. Actually, I'm going to grab you and you because I can use you for cutting, and maybe I'll use you so I'm gonna get the happiness on you. By the way, so I've started reading through the Homestuck epilogues again, and I've started writing about them, and the writing is going good. I am close to 7,000 words into the. Why do I keep going to the fucking well? I'm close to 7,000 words into this Homestuck video essay. Yeah, it's going well. I got the first, I split the video into 8 different parts so I can conceptualize it in my head. And I got the first 3 of the 8 done. Of course, those are the 3 setting things up parts, and I haven't reached the part where I have to read through and recap all of the epilogues yet. So that's gonna be more time consuming. Although I am enjoying's not, well, I think the epilogues are very flawed and the writing quality is hit or miss, but I do think, every time I reread Homestuck, I notice, oh, that's some foreshadowing or some symbolism I hadn't noticed before. And does Nightshade work on normal set? No. That's bad. I notice something new when I reread Homestuck, and this is only the second time I've ever read the epilogues, so it's my first time reading, and I am noticing things. Just what I read today was the start of the Meat epilogue, which sounds so weird out of context, but in it, the first time we see Dirk is Dave and Karkat have this conversation about how Karkat should run for president, and then immediately after they talk about it, Dirk calls and says, hey, Karkat shouldn't run for president. And Dave's like, hey, how the fuck do you know about it? Oh, I'm smart. I just figured out. I assumed it would happen. No, actually, it's because Dirk was spying on them because he's omniscient now and knows everything, which helps set up the. It's the best. It's such a. The moment where Dirk drops the pretense and it's revealed that Dirk is the narrator, which is foreshadowed throughout, but where he just says, but you knew that already. And the text turns to orange as, oh, this is Dirk's voice. That's nice. And the other thing, a nice thing about Dirk's writing in the Homestuck epilogues is, early on in Meat, he goes on this long tangent about wrestling heels because Dirk has become a pro wrestler, basically, and how you need someone who is just being evil and being an asshole who the audience loves to hate because that allows the story to exist. How you need someone to be that villain, and that is how Dirk sees himself. Of course, he's still doing horribly evil stuff. His treatment of Rose and Jake and Kanaya is horrible. It is horrible what he does to them. But his justifications of that he's being the wrestling heel that the story needs, that does make sense. And this is a very long comment on what killed uh, Homestuck that I'm responding to. User, no clue how that's pronounced, says, "Why do you have so many fucking Rattatas? I can't kill Rattatas because I have a ghost type." And oh right, you couldn't hit me either. Um, my theory is that aside from not resurrecting Vriska, I think the existence of the cherubs in Lord English was a bad choice. I'm mixed on that. Bec Noir was already a powerful, nearly invincible enemy. Why did Hussey feel the need to up the ante with an even more powerful antagonist? That's a fair point, especially because later in the comic, Jack just kind of stops appearing as a villain. It's been a very, very long time since I read Homestuck, so I don't know how much this would fix or what else would need to be tailored to accommodate a lot, because the whole ending, like the whole back of half of the comic, so much of it is centered on Caliborn. And I will say, Caliborn is a better villain than. I don't know if he's a better villain. He's a more complex character than Jack. Jack is good as this very intimidating villain who just every time he shows up, it's like, oh god, Jack's here. But Caliborn fits into the comic's themes and is a deeper character. And also, Caliborn is very funny. I think Caliborn is a great character. But back to the comment. Um, After an immense power and destruction of Bec Noir, it just felt like, wait, there's something worse? How? Why? I said what I said. I'm also still a bit unclear on how exactly he was defeated, referring to Lord English. I know that he wasn't technically killed, and maybe it's just that my interest had waned so much over the years. By the time the comic wrapped up and the long hairs made more confusing, but I still don't understand the ultimate weapon very well, because it's not explained, like, very well, is why you don't understand. Because the comic doesn't explain shit. Like, I guessed at how the ending ended, and the epilogues ended up vindicating me with that being right. But how the comic ends isn't very clearly explained. Even the weekly doesn't know, slamming into the ground. The enlarged treasure chest sends a wave of energy towards Lord English, presumably resulting in his defeat. However, the exact nature of the attack is unknown. I don't know what the fuck the wiki is on about, because it's very specifically explained how the ultimate weapon works, that it sets free John Jade, Dave, and Rose, who were sealed away in it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just think Hussey didn't know what to do with the character. No, Hussey knew what to do with Lord English, which is have him not be fought, because the whole point is he isn't fought. The tie-ins throughout the story via Doc Stratch and everything were good, but aside from that, just seemed, yeah. And I explain how it works and kind of what happens in the epilogues. And you just watch my first Homestuck video essay. That's the one where I explain like all the stuff with Lord English and how Homestuck ends, because it's complicated and I have to re-explain it in my epilogues video. Oh, thank you, I agree, that is a great ending on the they don't fight, once I explain it, that they don't fight Lord English and they just ditched that plot point. Even back when it was first released, my take on the ending was that it was good in a vacuum, but it didn't feel right. It seemed rushed, very rushed. Nowadays, 25, with better critical thinking skills, I can articulate that the problem was the bloating, too many characters and plot threads. I very much talk about that in the video. It's a problem with Homestuck. That got wrapped up really fast post-game over. Either the story post-game over needed to be longer, more thought out, and realistic, or the story pre-game over needed to meander less. I did read the epilogues, but honestly, I was distracted by all the elements I found off-putting. Everything happening with Gamzee and all the interesting relationship drama and frustration that despite actually appearing, we got nothing from Fefri, who I think is a wasted potential character who is fun and interesting. Like, you're telling me that Hussey made a character with a powerful god tier is yeah. I don't give a shit about Fefri, and it is very clear that Andrew Hussey does not and never has gave even a slight shit about Fefri. To be fair, he did try and they did try. I've heard conflicting things about Andrew Hussey's pronouns. I'm not sure what to refer to them as. Find the next comment. But Hussey didn't care about Pfeffery. And I mean, I didn't really, but you know. I might actually use the Mare Reap. Yeah. I'm gonna have so many more Homestuck comments. I do another Homestuck video essay. Yay. But yeah, that one's going good. I am writing another Homestuck video essay, and I know that Slowpoke appears in the Slowpoke well, and I want a Slowpoke. There we go! There we go. I use Hypnosis and my last Nightshade, because that can't crit, and it won't kill. And now I've got a new Slowpoke. And I'm just catching a whole bunch of Pokemon, going through a bunch of comments today. This is going to be Senator Lemon South. That is a name. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to call you Senator. Senator Armstrong, perhaps. My source is I made it the fuck up is his line that he doesn't say in that game. I just got 2 new Pokemon, so let's read their comments. This one, Wyatt Booth 6372 commented on 2 videos. On the Yu-Gi-Oh one, I thought wait, hold on, I gotta pull it up. On my first Yu-Gi-Oh one, which you should not be able to find, that one is unlisted. I thought the Heart of the Cards was something anyone could use, not just the person with the puzzle, and I actually do think that. I think Destiny Draw is the official term from it. It is a thing other Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists use, but it's funnier if I just pretend that's Yugi cheating with his puzzle. And in the original, it is because he has the puzzle that Yugi is able to do the Destiny Draw bullshit. Although, to be fair, young Yugi, Lil Yugi, also fucking Destiny Draws in his duel with Atem. You're telling me that he just happens when he has no cards in his hand to draw a pot of, or not pot of, was it love, card of sanctity. I know he Destiny drawed. I know he rigged it. I just can't prove it. And also on my video on the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the joke in that comedy skit is it's the scene where Wandy shoots the rope to shoot Tuco, but he just shoots him in the head, and then he's like, "Oh God, is that murder?" I'm not gonna stick around to find out. I think that's considered manslaughter since his death was accidental but the result of trying to do something legal. Yeah, that makes sense. And Senator Lemon South says, you deserve 100k plus on this in-depth analysis like this is too good to be free. That's not really a deep comment, but they're complimenting me. And they responded to my survey. I put out a survey. I've closed it by now to poll people's feelings on the Homestuck epilogues. Before I made that video, I put out a survey on the Homestuck epilogues so I could comment in the video on how people think about it, and they responded to the survey. I wonder which one they weren't. They were, I don't know. Okay, let's take out these trainers. I'm going to start training up my Slowpoke. So basically, my team right now is Quilava, Ghastly, Slowpoke, and maybe, if I get around to it, Mare Reap. The problem is 2 of them are really low, and Ghastly gets terrible moveset. But I think this team is okay. I don't have a strong counter for Whitney, but I think I can just go in with power. Side note, I think Whitney is a really good gym leader. Lots of people hate her, but you remember her because she has that bullshit milk tank, and you have to strategize around it, which is what gym leaders should do. It's good when gym leaders are tough, and you have to come up with a specific strategy for them. Hashtag justice for Whitney. Hey look, it's a Beedrill. It's my favorite Pokemon. It's so fucking weak, though. I wish Beedrill was good. It's a giant fucking bee with drills for hands. Why isn't it even passable? I'm okay with it being bad. I feel like if it was a glass cannon that was outclassed by other Pokemon, that would be fine. But it's not even a glass cannon. its attack stat and speed stat are just middling. Like, and it has the defenses of a glass cannon, but it can't fire fucking cannonballs. Beedrill just sucks. Why? Why does Game Freak hate Beedrill so much? At least Mega Beedrill, A, had a fucking cool ass design, and B, uh, was actually okay. It was like Yu. It wasn't broken or anything, but it got finally the niche of being a very fast, very powerful Pokemon. String shot. Oh no, not the string shot. You're shooting me with all that string. I am not going to lose to a frickin' Caterpie, am I? Wait, I have Yawn. I have Yawn, yes! Okay. I'm gonna have to heal up because otherwise I'm gonna lose my Slowpoke, which is a very good Pokemon, to a frickin' Caterpie, and that's disappointing. And I'm going to pull on my phone now, and I'm going to look up Slowpoke's Gen 4 Learn Set. Hold on. Alright, that's what's open on my phone. So I work for a newspaper, and I'm not supposed to say it's a slow news week, even when, like this week, it's a slow news week, because my boss thinks that will jinx us. Because last year we had a really slow news week, and just throughout the week, I'm like, man, it's a slow news week. And then that Friday, a tornado destroyed the town, just 18 houses completely demolished. So now we aren't supposed to say it's a slow news week. And so yesterday we're talking about this, and my boss is like, "Do not say it. Do not fucking say it is a slow news week." And I like roll my eyes and say, "It's a slow news week." And then the next morning, oh, I can report on that murder and human remains being discovered. Shouldn't have said it was a slow news week. You never say it's a slow news week. Yeah, I just remembered. I'm going to do my forest encounter today because this is just getting through a bunch of comments. What? Oh shit, I thought he only attacked after you took out Bugsy. This is actually surprising in ambush. It's a good thing I healed, thankfully. But yeah, that's bad. Huh. I was just gonna. Oh, it's a good thing I switched out before it got mean looking. Okay, good. Okay, this is not good. Does it know any water moves? I don't give a shit about Scary Face. Smoke screen, so it can't hit me. This is bad. Does it seriously not have any water moves? Does Quick Attack do more damage? Oh, it does. Oh, that's bad. Oh, but I've got it. Yeah, smoke screen. Yeah, okay. Okay, I was genuinely ambush spawned, and I don't have a good team yet at taking him out, but it's fine because my Quilava is really overleveled. And anyway, don't hurt yourself in confusion. I could just plow through the bug gym using Quilava, but I don't quite want to do that. Come on. Okay, good. So the other thing I'm working on the channel now is next week's video is my video on Batman's contingency plans. And I was very nervous about it and not getting it done, but I just had a great night of editing now. I'm like I do editing in two passes. Or why'd I hit that? That was a mistake. The first is what I call the cutting pass, where I take the raw footage and cut it into like the clips. I get 2 hours of raw footage cut down to the 1 hour that's actually going to be in the video. I cut out when I flub lines or I'm adjusting the camera and stuff like that. And then after that, I go in and I do my final edit pass where I'm adding in all the images of comic panels. And anyway, this week I got the first pass where I'm cutting things together done, and tonight I start on putting in the images, and it just goes really well. It is flowing. I have got. Let's do Majin Salsa. I have gotten the. What's the words? I got the first 15 minutes done. Like, I was worried I would not get this video done in a week, but I got 5 minutes yesterday and 10 minutes today. Like, I'm getting good progress on it. On this video, which is one of a two-parter. I'm also did a little work on Day of Apotheosis, which I'm going to do more work on. Just I scripted out most, or not most, most of what I need for this update on the true ending path. I got the if you beat the game on day one, the special, you can talk to all the villagers and they have different dialogue. And then Akil gets pulled into a new dungeon. I got her I got the scripting for her being pulled in, and I got the scripting for the first half of the dungeon, and then tomorrow I'll do the second half, and then I'll continue working. Imagine Sasha on my Death Note video is focusing on mere criminals from mostly lower levels of society was dumb. First names I would have written belong to powerful people like cartel leaders, dictators, corrupt politicians, influential freaks all around the world. But no, the so-called genius went for regular rapists, murderers, and robbers, many of whom were sentenced or punished anyway. Yeah, that's my thing on Death Note. Light has a... and... I'm not gonna name names, but like Light has a magic book that allows him to kill any dictator, any war criminal, any like businessman, mass murderer, and he exclusively uses it to kill already convicted people serving life sentences. Like I don't see that as a way to make major changes in society. I don't think you're making the world much of a better place by killing the people on death row or serving life sentences. I think that impact materially is tiny, and that's the whole point of that video where I ran about that. The Light isn't doing jack shit because he's an asshole. Okay, hold on. I wanna do the guy in the corner before I do Bugsy. So I flipped it. Why wasn't it flipping? Oh, because I was hitting B because I lifted my hand. So, and then I'll do corner, and then I'll do Bugsy, and that'll be the end of the video. Caught a bunch of Pokemon, respond to a bunch of comments, and next week we will have. Well, actually, no, because these come out on Friday. Next week, I'll be mostly done with the Batman video, and hopefully have more written in the Homestuck video. Yay! My channel's going good. You'll notice that I did actually 2 levels of grinding off screen just so I could use Ghastly at all because it just had Lick, and Nightshade is at least a passable move early on in the game, unlike Lick, and Quilava was so over leveled I couldn't use it for Bugsy realistically, so I'm using Ghastly. Because Ghastly resists or is immune to all of Bugsy's offensive moves, which is good. The Scyther hits hard with U-turn, but I feel like with a quad resist, it's not going to do much. Oh, that's bad. I'm going to put you to sleep. Oh, that's bad. So the good thing is I don't think Kakuna can do jack shit to me. So I'm going to use this opportunity to... I'm not using him. I'm just using him as a meat shield while I use a potion. I'm not really using my overleveled Quilava on Bugsy. I'm just, giving Z-Max a turn to heal. And get off that stupid fucking... See, that's not doing anything. And get off that stupid frickin' Leer, because that Leer hurts. And if that was a crit after that focus energy, it would have killed. Don't use your fucking super potion, you asshole. That's cheap. Fucking super potions. Ridiculous. And I'm gonna run out of nightshades. I am going to have to use my Quilava. Maybe. Actually, no, because I can take out the Caterpie with Slowpoke. Oh, no. Don't use. Don't get fucking pumped. Oh, critical hit. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Metapod can't hurt me, though. Metapod can't hurt me, though. I'm fine. I can heal up. Because Metapod cannot hurt me. It only has tackle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the Metapod, and then I'm going to... I lied. This is against... Actually, I don't have the level stuff. It's just kind of a vibes thing. On my level limits, I'm going to use Quilava to take out Scyther, which is risky because of the poison. But I think that I've got this. Okay, good. Good. Bugsy and Silver 2 are down. I've got a bunch of Pokemon. And next time I do DeForest and I make it to Goldenrod. And yes, give me your U-turn. Drive the fuck away from here, Bugsy.